Oh, wow. I can't believe I'm making this video. Okay, we got the Flash movie versus Avengers Endgame and versus Mortal Kombat 11. So, which free story franchise did better with the time travel plot? It's time to find out. And by the way, I'm Captain X, and this is Mortal Kombat 11 versus Avengers Endgame and versus the Flash movie. Well, the Flash movie story is just really simple. He has a emotional arc, and then he discovered time travel. So he goes back in time and prevented his mother from dying, and everyone pretty much got wasted in the whole entire movie. And that was it. I mean, seriously, bro? The Flash literally do all this just to save his mother? The Flash is like a scientist, and he really shouldn't have known better. So the way that I see it is just out of character. The time travel stuff in The Flash is just basic. It does not have an impact at all. Well, the story in Endgame, well, it took place right after the events of Infinity War. Well, Avengers Endgame is a good movie, but there are some stuff that could have been done better. And we will talk about that later. Well, the story in Mortal Kombat 11, it took place right after the events of Mortal Kombat X. And the time travel in the story mode is just so interesting. And to have you know, I am talking about the Mortal Kombat 11 story mode specifically, not the gameplay. So, which franchise has the better story? Well, we all know this is a easy point for Mortal Kombat 11. Oh, by the way, Endgame has the same story as Spy Kids 3. Yeah, I could have mentioned that before we went to the next round. Like the story in Spy Kids 3, where Judy goes into the video game world to save his sister. Well, the Avengers travel back in time to get the Infinity Stones. Well, Spy Kids 3 uses green screen to make this movie. Well, Endgame do the same thing by using green screen to make that movie. Well, Spy Kids 3 ended with a big final battle where all of the past characters in the Spy Kids universe all showed up. Well, Avengers Endgame did the similar stuff what Spy Kids 3 did. Like everything what Spy Kids 3 did, Endgame just copied them. This is no coincidence that both of these movies has the same story. Like Spy Kids 3 has came out way before Avengers Endgame, and Avengers Endgame just literally do something what the Spy Kids already done. Anyway, for this second round, we're talking about the time travel of Endgame, The Flash, and Mortal Kombat. Well, the time travel in Endgame, Well, I thought it was really cool at first. It used to be my favorite part in the movie, but right after watching this movie the second time, now I think Endgame did a terrible job with their time travel. Let's let my past self explain it, because I think I am getting tired of running my mouth, so let's see what my past self would have to say about the time travel. Hey, before my past self start talking, I want you to know that I am not a scientist or something like that. I just know how time travel works. Either am I right or wrong? Thank you. So, they're going back in time to steal the 6 Infinity Stone, right? Well, if it's going to happen, then it would be some serious consequences. Well, if the Avengers steal all 6 Infinity Stones, then the Infinity Stones wouldn't be here in the future. Well, Carol Danvers would probably never get her powers, because she got her powers from the Tesseract. And that means that Dr. Strange never had the Time Stone to begin with. Comment down below if you have any idea what I'm talking about. Well, Captain America putting the 6 stones back is probably too late, considering they just killed off Captain America out of nowhere. And I think that was pretty forced. Well, if the future Captain America beat up the past one, is that means that the past Captain America might quit? What I'm saying is that there's supposed to be some big consequences right after time travel. I mean, to make the movie better, you have to have, like, something bad happens in the future that may put the heroes in danger. But that never happens, because Endgame clearly did not do a good job with their time travel war. Avengers gets to walk away without any consequences, except for the fact that they're being attacked by Thanos, but still, well, half of the time travel makes sense. Well, since Loki escaped, he has his own TV series, so I will say that they did something to let us know where Loki has gone. And what the Agent One saying about the time travel makes more sense than the movie. But since Bruce Banner told the Agent One that Doctor Strange give the Time Stone to Thanos, well, I guess Doctor Strange never become the Sorcerer Supreme in the future at all. And Nebula should be dead when she killed her past self. I mean, if she kills her past self, this means she won't exist in the future to begin with. So you see what I mean? The execution of the time travel war was poorly done. Well, the Flash movie never had some time travel problems. It just showed us exactly what happens when you time travel, even though it was basic. Yeah, everything that I'm saying in the past videos are pretty much true. Well, if Endgame did a better job with the time travel, then I would be impressed. Well, even though the time travel in The Flash was basic, it shows us some consequences to the time travel. So I hate to say this, but the time travel in The Flash is better than Endgame's. Well, the time travel in Mortal Kombat 11 is way better. It it did a good job showing some consequences. Well, I yiked when the past characters died, and then the future one just dies. It makes so much sense. Like, imagine if your future self still exists when you just died in the past. Like, that wouldn't make sense because you already died in the past, so you shouldn't exist in the future. Okay, let's start talking about the characters in the time travel story. Well, the Flash has wasted a lot of characters, so it wasn't much. For how well the Flash execute the time travel, the death of these characters don't really make any sense. There's no reason for Batman to fight this big Kryptonian monster. Like, Batman has strategies, and he really shouldn't have known better. And there's no reason for Supergirl to lose against Zod in every timeline over and over again. Well, Superman has no experience when he's fighting Zod, but for some reason, he still beats him. So how come Supergirl gets killed by Zod, and Superman does not? Like, something is not adding up here. Supergirl is in fact stronger than Superman. Well, in my opinion, at least. So Superman should not won the fight a long time ago, when he has no experience at all. And Supergirl should not be getting killed every time, because she is stronger than Superman. So it shouldn't be a problem. And oh my lord, I thought Batman vs. Superman doesn't make any sense. And now sometimes, I don't know how the DC universe even works anymore. Oh, and by the way, there's no reason to bring these DC cameos into this. It make it seem like they're not even doing anything. Like, they're just using them for absolutely no reason at all. And since when Nicolas Cage was Superman, I mean, is there a Superman movie that I didn't know about? The Flash movies does not have any supervillains, well, beside the Darkberry. The movie could have been more interesting if the Reverse Flash was in it. Well, the action scenes in The Flash was really good, but the CGI really terrible. And guess what? Avengers Endgame also wasted a lot of characters. I mean, Thor becoming fat, that is just disrespectful to me. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like when Thor gets fat. And I didn't like when Captain Marvel didn't get enough screen time. Like, all she did is help the Avengers kill Thanos, and then she just showed up right at the end of the movie in the final battle scene. Like, how pathetic. Okay, well sure, Captain Marvel was new to the MCU back then, but she deserved much better than getting overshadowed by the films. Well, me personally, if I was in charge of Avengers Endgame, then I will definitely have Captain Marvel help the Avengers with their time travel scene. Well, I think that would be a lot better. Because not giving Captain Marvel more screen time really wastes her character potential. Well, MK11 story mode never wasted their characters. Well, beside Raiden and Liu Kang fighting each other, but still, there's no wasted characters. It is just a fun time travel story to experience. Well, even though Avengers Endgame is a good movie, the time travel plot just doesn't work. The time travel plot in The Flash was executed better, but the movie just killing off the characters in a disrespectful way just ruined it. So the better story with better time travels and characters is Mortal Kombat 11. Okay, when I watched the Flash movie in theaters, well, at first, I thought it was pretty good. But right after watching it again, now I think this is one of the worst DC movies that I ever seen. The CGI is terrible, even though it looks cool. They just put Wonder Woman in the beginning for no reason. They wasted Supergirl, and they even wasted Batman, which that ruins the movie. And the pacing in the Flash movie was fast and slow pace at the same time. They use both pacing combine together, and that is not a good thing. Well, it wasn't as bad as the Marvel fast pacing, but it is just so ridiculous for the scenes to go fast paced and then it turns really slow and then they go back to fast pace once again. Well, Avengers Endgame is not a bad movie, but I wish that the story itself could have been done better. Captain Marvel deserved much better screen time instead of being overshadowed by the Avengers. And the time travel scene really needs some work. Because clearly Marvel haven't thought about this time travel through. So the time travel war in Endgame could have been done better a long time ago. Well, Mortal Kombat 11 is one of the best time travel stories that you want to go back to. And it is pretty much the best way to end the franchise. So the Flash movie gets a 2 out of 10. And I was going to give Endgame a 9 out of 10, but now it's a 5. And Mortal Kombat 11 is a 7 out of 10. Okay, let me know which movie or games you prefer. Endgame The Flash or Mortal Kombat 11. And I see you guys next time.